Welcome to another episode of The Modern Moron, as the senator returns in rare form. A lot of cursing in this episode, which will be in two parts. First off, the senator flakes on me, and by now we both know this is no surprise, but what does surprise me is his cavalier attitude about the whole thing, or it's as if it's not his fault that he doesn't communicate. I had to nag him and chew him out, and his final text to me was this: "I'd love to eat first, pour myself a cocktail, and then we can do it. If not, I'll do it now and eat later." So I pounced on that opportunity and I said, "Make the cocktail and let's go." Knowing that if I got a cocktail in the knucklehead with no dinner, there would be dividends later in the conversation. More on that later. We open with the senator unable to configure his computer, again, so that he can use the higher quality microphone that I purchased for him to use. From there, we move on to the coronavirus, which he even makes the naming of a virus about him. That it should be called the Chinese flu, and we'll get into why, not that it makes any sense. We talk about the non-existence of sports in our lives. We get into the stimulus package that has been passed by Congress and bipartisan partisanship, or is it partisan bipartisanship? I can never get that straight. We go over how big your check might be in the mail and the backbiting that went on to get it passed. Then I bring up a TED Talk that Bill Gates gave in 2015 about how we're not ready for the pandemic we're experiencing right now. There's a link to that TED Talk at the bottom of the description. This somehow leads to the senator saying something stupid, surprise, but I think I'm the stupid one for thinking he's serious, and we leave it there. I do hope this gives you a break from the crazy treadmill we're on these days, and thank you for listening to The Modern Moron.
This was a problem I had last time, and we just ended up recording off my computer.
That's fine.
But I have this nice microphone that I...
Yeah, well, that's actually not your microphone, but whatever.
It is mine now, bitch.
Okay.
Damn it.
Do you have a topic?
Yes.
Please tell me it's not you. Please.
No.
Please tell me it's not you. There's a few things going on in the world. Nobody wants to know about what fucking shampoo you use
or how hip I am with music and fashion.
Yeah, how in touch you are, how Ralph Lauren and Tom Jones are on the cutting edge of music and fashion in 2020.
Did you call just to beat me up, or what would you
I just want you to show up on time. This is going to be 20 minutes. Doesn't have to be difficult. All I need you to do is show up and communicate reasonably.
I'm here. My family is out having dinner without me. I'm
good.
Sacrificing that. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Good. Good for you, not good for me.
No wonder your wife is fed up with your ass.
She's not. The reason she's not fed up with me is because I don't miss dinner for
I'm pretty sure she's fed up with you. I'm pretty sure she is.
I would say negative, but whatever, dude.
All right. When was the last time you got laid? Now
that is really an off topic that we don't need to talk about right now.
How is that off topic? I mean, it may be inappropriate for us to have on a podcast, but it's totally on topic.
Well, maybe for you, but not for me. I think that's inappropriate.
Okay, angel face.
In a public forum.
Okay.
I'm not down with that.
Okay. What topic do you have?
How long has it been? Well, yeah, I don't want to go there because I'm not that kind of person. I don't revel in other people's misery.
No more BS.
For the third time, what is your topic?
Well, I'm still trying to hook up my microphone.
No, you're fine.
No. Uninstall app, systems, devices.
Just fucking talk into... I can hear you fine. Let's talk about something.
Okay. Let's talk about your anger issues. Why are you so mad?
Is the whole world gone crazy?
Really? What are you so upset about? It's beautiful.
Specifically here, I'm with you, it's the same shit over and over and over. Text me within the next 2 hours of when you would like to record.
I did. I texted you.
Nothing. No, you didn't. You did not. Oh, I'm so tired of this. The only person more tired of this is the 2 listeners that we have.
How dare you?
And I apologize to both of you. All right. Now let's talk about something that's not me or you.
Okay. The pandemic that's sweeping the entire globe.
What pandemic? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm stupid.
Well,
okay. What about it? What about it?
I was going to say it's the Spanish flu, but that would be racist, right? Because you can't call it the Chinese flu, but you can call it the Spanish flu. Well, why come you call it the Spanish flu? Because that's racist against Spanish people. But you can't call it Chinese flu because it's racist against Chinese people. But there is a Spanish flu.
I think because it's already been named. Hasn't it been named the coronavirus? I mean, is that prejudice against beer, Mexican beer?
No. Hey, there used to be a type of flu a type of flu that used somebody's last name. And it was really racist towards that person, extremely racist.
Okay, please pull the veil off. What are you talking about?
Okay, my last name was used as a flu epidemic several years ago.
Oh God, you're so self-centered. It had nothing to do with you. You fucking idiot.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with the freaking most of the Chinese people, but it should be the Chinese flu. Okay, that's where it came from.
Oh, you think it should be called the Chinese flu?
What else is it?
Because it originated in China.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that?
I guess because it was known as the coronavirus for so long, I think changing it at this point is sort of like pointing a finger.
Yeah, no, you might be right about that. That might be. I mean, the Spanish flu was it always called the Spanish?
As far as I know.
Okay. Still racist against the Spanish.
Okay,
so we talked about that. There's no sports to talk about.
No, there's not. Tom Brady's not a New England Patriot anymore.
No, but I think that's just gone over everybody's head. Nobody's really give a rat's ass about that. Is spring training still going on? Or are they canceling baseball?
No. All of it's been canceled. I think Major League Baseball on MLB.com or something, I read something about them having opening day at home, that they were going to broadcast a game for every team so that you could watch it either, I don't know, on YouTube or on MLB.com, or it was some setup that every home team was going to win.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So your home team would get to win. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay. We talked about sports. Let's talk about the $2 trillion package that was just passed.
Okay. So we're all going to get $1,200 checks. So I understand. Is that correct?
Oh, not you, big man. You make too much money.
Oh,
I think you're over the limit, bro.
Okay. Yeah. What is the limit? I'm glad you brought this up. This is finally, you've said something of value.
I think it's $75,000 for an individual, $150,000 for joint filers.
Okay. So if you make more than $75,000 a year, you don't qualify.
Correct.
That sounds good. That sounds right. I was thinking, if I get a $1,200 check, I don't really need it. God damn this fucking computer.
It's finally you, not me.
Do you keep hearing that in the background?
I don't hear anything.
Really?
And it wouldn't make me mad even if I did.
Okay. You're so full of shit. I've heard you curse. Everybody's heard you curse. God damn this thing.
What does hypocrite mean?
You are so Trump-like. You're so Trump-like. I'm surprised you don't have orange hair.
I'm an extremely stable genius.
That is not true. The big lie.
So if you make more than $75,000, you're not getting a check. I think that's understandable, and I think it's correct. Don't you? You don't need a $1,200 check or $1,500 check, right?
Okay. No, I don't. I think, yeah.
I don't.
No, I agree.
I'm fine. I'm not, and plus, I mean, I'm not going to get laid off. There's so many people that need that money.
Well, you're not going to get laid or laid off. I mean, both. Boom, doom, ding, ding, bam.
That what you just said. Now that's hitting below the belt. Literally.
Oh, okay.
That's not funny. Hey, that's not funny. That I have not gotten laid in the time that it has been. That's not funny. Do you understand me?
Since the last decade.
Since Jesus was in kindergarten.
Okay, I guess it is kind of funny.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is okay. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm pushing 60. It is kind of a shame. I can still get a boner. Hey, and it's just going to waste. There's plenty of men out there like they've got a partner, and maybe I can rent myself out. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. Well, going back to the, speaking of getting laid, the stimulus package. You know what the big squabble was? Well, first of all, both parties can just suck eggs because they both suck.
Yeah, they're both
parties suck. But I love how old Speaker of the House, I should say old, sorry.
Don't mess with me.
Yes. Nancy Drew. Nancy wanted $25 million, $25 million in funding, which we allocated for the Kennedy Center Performing Arts, which was included as part of the pork in this $2 trillion bill. And the big fight, one of the big fights among many, were, well, what does that have to do with the recovery of the economy? What, putting $25 million into the Kennedy Performing Arts Center? Which is a pretty decent question, I guess.
Yes, it's an excellent question.
Yeah. But
so what was Nancy's answer to that?
That, well, it was removed, apparently.
Good.
Yeah.
It's so funny how you hear different spins, because the spin I heard was, oh, the whole thing got held up because the Democrats wanted to make sure that the Trump family wasn't going to make money off of this stimulus package. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. Spin to the left, spin to the right. It's like being in a fucking washing machine.
You are fake news.
And there's still stuff in this bill that was passed that we have no idea. And in terms of pork, that's going towards other pet projects in other districts for other.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that. They shove in other things. Oh, drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's
like a used car salesman.
I'll vote for this, but you got to build my bridge over here from, point A to point B, because we need a bridge. Okay. And then, you got
hell, if it was as legit as a bridge, I'd be fine. But then it's all of a sudden it's the Kennedy Center for the arts. Yeah. And I'm all for the arts, but not when the economy's broken.
$25 million.
Yeah.
But no. And everybody's guilty of it. I'm not pointing at
absolutely. Oh yeah, it's both sides.
Everybody is freaking guilty of it.
I was bagging on Chuck Schumer last episode, but you only listen to episodes that your voice is broadcast on.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. Chuck
Schumer was talking about, he was talking, oh God, this pissed me off. He's talking and his speech is,
we Democrats are trying to get things done, not making partisan speech after partisan speech. Leader McConnell continues to set arbitrary vote deadlines when the matter of real importance is the status of the bipartisan negotiations.
For days now,
I'm not partisan.
We've been engaged in intense
bipartisan
talks
I'm partisan
to build
then I haven't
emergency relief legislation on an historic scale. But yesterday,
no, you are partisan.
When the time came to vote on these urgent measures,
I'm not. I'm bipartisan.
Our Democratic colleagues chose
I'm going
to
to crawl back in my shell until you say you're not partisan. We Democrats are working together to try to get things passed. But you Republicans are partisan, but we're trying to be bipartisan. And my comment is, just by you saying that, you're partisan. If you're saying we do this and you guys don't, you're being partisan, you fucking idiot. Sorry,
Inappropriate.
All right, I got to stop cursing.
Can I backtrack for just 20 seconds?
Please.
So one of our listeners just texted me, honestly, and said that technically it's called the influenza A, not the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was a nickname. The official name of it was the influenza A.
Is this a coincidence that this person texted this to you?
No, I just got it.
Who was it from?
From one of our listeners.
One of our listeners. Which one? We only have like 2 or 3. Which one?
The one that lives with me. The young one from New York.
Oh, the young one. She doesn't listen. She's not allowed to listen.
She can hear me.
She's too young. She's too young and inexperienced to appreciate what this program has to offer.
She's in the next room and she's listening to us through the wall of my office.
I'm glad she's here and safe. Man, can you imagine if she was still in New York?
Oh, no, bro. I wouldn't be on this call right now. No.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Be grateful that you got her home.
Oh, God. Thank you. I am.
I mean, that city's going crazy right now.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think overall of which Cuomo is it that's the governor? Andrew?
Andrew Cuomo.
What do you think of the job he's doing?
And don't ever call him Fredo.
Why?
Didn't you hear all that like a few months ago? Somebody called him Fredo.
Oh, yeah.
And he said Fredo was as bad as the N-word for Italian Americans.
Oh, because you're being disloyal to a family member.
I know it was you, Fredo.
You're being disloyal to the family.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
You're stabbing you're stabbing your brother in the back. But you did not answer my question. What do you think of the job Governor Cuomo is doing? Because he's really in the spotlight right now. What do you think of what he's doing?
I think that under the circumstances for everybody, this is all new territory. Everybody's doing the best that they can do. Including
our president?
I think everybody is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I agree. He's doing the best he can do.
They're going to tear down Cuomo. Cuomo's going to get torn down no matter what he does.
He is? Do you think? I think he's getting great accolades right now. I think he's getting the accolades that Trump wishes he's getting, although it seems like his approval rating is as high as it's ever been.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you can get accolades depending on who you're talking to.
He can get what?
Accolades. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Accolade.
Lean into the microphone a little bit and say it one more time.
Accolades.
Accolades. I think it's accolades. I don't think it's accolades. I take it where I can get it. Wherever I can cut you down, I take it.
Oh.
That's the best I can do is try to get you mispronouncing accolades. Oh, Jesus. So what do you think of our president then? How do you think he's handling this?
I don't think it was taken as serious that it should have been right out of the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Other than...
Hindsight is 20/20, though.
Yeah, I know. I mean...
However, on YouTube, Bill Gates gave a TED Talk in 2015 saying the next thing we have to worry about is not nuclear war. It's a pandemic. And he laid it all out, and the dominoes are falling just as he had said in 2015. Did you know that he did that?
That makes me think that he's behind all of this.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I have to clarify, or rather backtrack, on something I said regarding what we were defining as pork barrel appropriations. An improvement to the Kennedy Center, when I think about it, could and would be a stimulus to the economy in the way of employing contractors and other workers, and that would be a really good thing. But I think the idea behind this particular stimulus package, as in the spirit of the law, which I hear all the time now, is to get dollars into our citizens' hands who need it as quickly as possible. An earmark for a project like that would take years for the money to get into the hands of the people who need it most. The project creation and project management and the bidding process, and then the vetting of the bids and the awarding of the contracts. Again, years and a lot of potential for those contract dollars to grease the hands of politicians and political donors, and I think you get where I'm going with this. I'm all for improving the Kennedy Center, but this is about getting money to people who need it for food and shelter because of this pandemic. Millions have been laid off, and the claims for unemployment are at record numbers beyond the Great Depression. So let's fix the Kennedy Center another time. As far as the checks going out, the senator was correct. The payments would start phasing out for individuals with adjusted gross incomes of more than $75,000. The amount would then be reduced by $5 for every additional $100 of adjusted gross income. And those making more than $99,000 would not receive anything. So the senator gets nothing because he's a 1%er. And what I said about not receiving a check and that's fair and correct was a bit moronic on my part and a bit short-sighted. Sure, it's fine for me. It's just me and a half a kid. But I'm sure there are families with 3 or 4 kids, maybe more, and perhaps parents living at home so that $75,000 a year doesn't go as far for them as it does for me. Plus, I'm a cheap bastard who lives on top ramen and toast, so that does play in my favor as well. Next time, we'll see what the hell the senator means by his Bill Gates conspiracy theory. And remember that cocktail I let him have without dinner? Yeah, that starts to kick in as well. Again, this is not the place to go for accurate or correct information on the coronavirus or anything. Now that I think about it, why would you come to this program for any real information about anything? Current issues, a moron's opinion. That's what we do. We'll see you next time.
I've always taken care of you, Fredo.
Taking care of me? You're my kid brother, and you take care of me? Did you ever think about that? Huh? Did you ever once think about that? Send Fredo off to do this, send Fredo off to do that. Let Fredo take care of some Mickey Mouse nightclub somewhere. Send Fredo to pick somebody up at the airport. I'm your older brother, Mike, and I was stepped over.
That's the way Pop wanted it.
It ain't the way I wanted it. I can handle things. I'm smart.
He didn't do it.
Not like everybody says.
And you did.
Like dumb. I'm smart, and I want respect.
Fredo, you're nothing to me now.
Oh, a wise guy, a head clunker, eh? Get out of here.
You're not a brother. You're not a friend.
Get out. Get out before I
don't want to know you or what you do. I don't want to see you at the hotels. I don't want you near my house. When you see our mother, I want to know a day in advance so I won't be there.
Certainly.